Hey people, Indrid here, 3v3 Fend Unlock. Blue team, it's Tyranid time, and Uncle Taxfraud is a Hive Tyrant. A durable hero walking through objects cannot be suppressed, with powerful offense, disruption and support begins in melee with a basic synapse. I shall call you Melendez. Alongside oLev with a Ravener Alpha, a tunneling hero, great mobility, powerful offense and a bit of support begins with a ranged weapon. They're going to pop up in a second, it's so exciting, there he is. And rounding off the team, Shloopy business with a Lictor Alpha, a melee specialist, infiltrate and disrupt, some powerful offense and a bit of support, already harassing some poor scouts. Red team, Temperus Maximus as a plague champion starts off with a damage over time bolt gun, can get melee weapons, some strong utility and support can also repair. Alongside, Gunter the Kaiser, who's a Kommando knob and they're in a garrison or something, there he is. Infiltrating hero that shoots you, stabs you and blows you up. Orky style begins with a twin link shooter. There's his stun bomb. Got the Hormagaunts pretty good. And rounding off the teams, Aguxyz with a force commander, very strong offense, fighting in melee combat, can also tank, disrupt and support. Good old Aguxyz, it's been a while since I've seen them play. oLev too. Some of the old guard in here. Big fight in the mid. Looks like some the Ravener Alphas on the garrison there. Hormagaunts have found some shooter boys out of position. Shotgun scouts in play. There's the battle cry. Buffing the shotgun scouts and the tactical marines every time they does that special attack. Starting ability of the force commander. Hive Tyrant doesn't have a starting ability. I guess the Hive Tyrant synapse would be the starting ability. And just having over 1,000 hit points is pretty good. Does a special attack, taking a bunch of damage on this guy. Melendez needs to get out of here, buddy. Run, leave him alone. A champion with a damage over time bolt gun might be able to get him down. I think they're okay. They have over 100 hit points still. They make it out. Was well judged in the end. The Ravener Alpha still in the garrison. There's some Nurgle worship for health regeneration. And Lictor Alpha pushing up the east side onto the power with double termagants and Hormagaunts. Spore mines coming onto the field for Uncle. Ravener Brood for Shloopy business. More heretics up for Temperus Maximus. Double shooters as you saw from Sir Gunter. Nothing else yet for Aguxyz. They did get the shotgun scouts up pretty quickly. Did they bash? They did. They got all the gens, I think. Heavy bolter turret going up early for Temperus Maximus. It'll suppress and damage infantry in the firing arc there, so you can get around it. It will also not attack units in melee range. So if you don't have a direct counter that could like jump on it or something, you could just split your forces up and just overrun it. Can't shoot everything in its firing arc at once. Spore mines exploding. Decent way to start a fight. What can they follow it up with though? Here come Hormagaunts and a bunch of termagants. I don't see any Tyranid heroes. Sluggers on the Hormagaunts, and they've got their burners, the Sluggers. Lots of termagant shots going in, but they forced off the Hormagaunts pretty well there. 3 models to 1, and they were getting shot by termagants quite a lot. Turret can't actually reach the VP, so Melendez, the Hive Tyrant, able to cap, and they've got improved synapse on the way. That's going to help out all of the little Tyranid buddies on their side, not just in their own army. They're able to get around the turret, but now what, guys? You've taken the garrison, but you can't actually choose what you shoot at when you're in a garrison. Yeah, I don't think it's going to work out great. Are you guys getting a sergeant? You are. Grenade's going to go in on that garrison, I think. Or not. Oh, they just leave. They want to defend the power here. I think they were trying to repair that generator, maybe. Assault squad on the field for Aguxyz. Tier 2 for oLev already. Did they get any upgrades? Nope. All the power going straight into Tier 2 for oLev. And they are the central player. Western player is who? Is Uncle Taxfraud, I think. Yes. Although the bases are really central on this map. You could basically go anywhere. Assault squad backed up by the scouts and the force commander coming through. Tactical marines are left to cap things. They're on a contested power here that's been fully populated by the blue Tyranid team. It's what helped oLev get that tier 2 so quickly. Red team take the mid. This is a contested victory point, by the way. Stick bombs on the field for the Kommando knob. Could be bad news for blobs of termagants especially. Or they could catch Hormagaunts running in. Heretics have an aspiring champion. Plague champion has a bile spewer. Well, they're able to get all the way through to the central power now. There's nothing in the mid. And these guys have been backed off as well. Bunch of dead stuff on this side. Hormagaunts in on the scouts. Force Commander's going to chase them. Taxa quietly trying to cap things. There's a lot of stuff for these assault squad fellas to deal with. Yeah, it's a lot of ranged damage coming in there. Corrosive Devourer already queued up for oLev as they reach tier 2. It's a powerful weapon against these Marines. Oh no. Tactical Marines are going to wipe, I think. You saw there Sir Gunter tried to help save them with Hide the Boys, but it was a little bit too late. They were just a bit too close and stuff. Force Commander gets disrupted. Losing attacks is a big deal. They really wanted that power, and now it's been noted, and they're backed up on this side by Sir Gunter. Orks, buffed by a Force Commander, are quite scary with Battle Cry going off, and they can throw down for the Emperor, of course. I don't think the Orks necessarily agree with that, but they'll be buffed by it. Level 2 Ravener Alpha here. And here comes the Ravener Brood for Shloopy business. They're down to just Termagants and this Ravener Brood, though. Taking some losses. There's tier 2 for Uncle. Noise Marines on the field now for Temperus. Maybe it's Temperus, you meant to say? Temperus Maximus, maybe. CSM in a bad spot, but I think they're going to be alright. Maybe. Didn't even drop a model. Look at that. Hive Tyrant has the rending talons. So they'd like to be able to run in on the Noise Marines and melee them because their cacophony won't knock over the Hive Tyrant. And then send the Hormagaunts elsewhere. There's a Bilious Discharge. Plague Champion now stuck in melee. Although the Bile Spear does give him like respectable melee damage finally. 22 melee DPS when it's got the Bile Spear in his hand for some reason. There's the Rending Talons, Seismic Roar. And then Melendez runs away. The turret is still up. It's still going. Tyrant Guard on the way for Uncle Taxfraud. And a Venom Brood for oLev. These days, of course, you can give them Death Spitters for anti-infantry damage, which is fun. Lictor Alpha level 2. Level 2 Ravener. Almost level 2 Hive Tyrant. We've got a level 1 Plague Champion. Level 3 Kommando. And Force Commander level 2. Artificer armor on the way. Just makes him tougher. Helps you do all the Force Commander things. They are taking this power back. Tactical Marines died for that. 379 to 459 on the power again. They've been on it a couple of times already. Kommando leading the line apparently. Just intimidating things with his presence because they know that he can chuck those stick bombs. Assault Squad jumping in. I think they're being focused by the Ravener Alpha's corrosive shots. Corrosive Devourer, I should say. Lictor Alpha now goes after them. He can get some nasty power weapons. Assault Squad got messed up. Had to jump out. He didn't retreat though. Here comes the Force Commander, and that is Catalyst on those Hormagaunts, and they got wiped. Catalyst is a global from the Ravener Alpha, which doubles a unit's damage but also drains their health, and they used it at a bad time, I guess. oLev down to 2 units. That's a global ability of the Ravener Alpha, by the way. Lictor Alpha goes down. Yeah, that's a rough fight for the Tyranids. Force Commander now teleports onto that power. They really want this power. Oh, they cancelled the Artificer. Went Thunderhammer, Teleporter, and now Alacrity. So there's Super Mobile. Super Mobile. I mean, how much health do you lose? Isn't Artificer 200 health? I'm kind of surprised Alacrity isn't used more often. I guess Artificer gives you more health regen, which is worth a lot. Can they get a full power bash there? Tyrant Guard is onto the turret. Has heavy melee damage, that thing, so it can tear anything apart given time. Assault Squad do have a Melter Bomb. I hear Tyranids yelling in pain. We do have some Death Spitters Venom Brood. Inferno damage. Especially good against heavy and super heavy infantry, which is most of the Marine roster. Elite training for the scouts so they can sneak around. West side looking very blue for the Tyranids right now. I guess they're just going to camp the VP for a bit as long as they can. Psychic Scream is in. Tyrant Guard goes into Shield Wall, gives it vehicle armor and health regen. And there's not really a lot of anti-vehicle weapons around. That Blastmaster that's setting up back there could do some work. Got some worshipping heretics in the background. I need to move up. That was a light grenade throw. Pretty good one, it seems, from Temperus Maximus. And I wonder if that's fixable. As you can see, they do not have the grenade icon when they also have the Bile Spear for some reason. Apparently they couldn't fix that. I don't know if the new team could fix it. Zoanthrope on the way for Uncle Taxfraud. Double Venom Broods for oLev with Death Spitters on both. Shloopy business with the Venom Cannons, the anti-vehicle Venom Cannon, which is their default weapon. Red team taking the west side back pretty fast, although nothing is capping this. Maybe you could have done some capping there, Noise Marines. I know you want to set your fancy Blastmaster up. Here comes the Force Commander, teleporting into the double Death Spitter Venom Brews, but they're going to be shot down here. Just way ahead of everything else. I was very excited there, Aguxyz. Very excited to get involved. Sluggers have their Knob Leader. They're going to get Crippling Poison though, aren't they? No. Yes, right at the end they did. And Death Spitters do their thing. And the Kommando Knob does their thing with an Orky Shotgun, the special shooter, and high explosive shells. They also have Sneaky Infiltration Kit. And now they have Kaboom. There it is. It's a big Kaboom, alright. With just ludicrous knockback strength. Assault Squad jumping in. Tying up these Venom Broods is one way to stop them. Can't tie them both up with one squad though. And that Ravener Alpha is still there doing heinous amounts of damage. They have the Synapse Aura as well now. And as you can see, it doesn't only buff non-Synapse creatures because the Venom Brood are getting buffed by it. Lictor Alpha got a little Flesh Hook in there. Do have Scything Talons now. 81 power melee DPS. Tyrant Guard live. They've got the shield wall going. Here comes a Zoanthrope, which does offer some health regen. I don't think it stacks with the shield wall though. It's an artillery unit. Doesn't hit allies. It doesn't do as much damage as other artillery weapons, but you don't need to worry about friendly fire and setting up and that kind of thing. Force Commander gets Crippling Poisoned. He's not happy about it. Sluggers having a rough time against the Hive Tyrant there. Almost wiped him. I mean, they've got 3 or 4 models, but their health was super low. Tyrant Guard goes after the Force Commander. Can be pretty good. Kind of like the Blood Crusher at going after single entities with that 90-odd heavy melee DPS. Does have splash damage, this guy, though. Those CSM got way too close. Heretics Doom Blasting. Did it even? I don't think it even hit the Lictor Alpha there. Tyrant Guard gets away. He's done a lot of great work, that fella. Got some Plague Marines on the field. Lictor Alpha Flesh Hooks the Kommando. And then they kaboom. That's awesome. It's a very orky thing to do. Flesh Hook me, I'm going to blow myself up. Got some Gretchens. We've also got Flash Kits on the way. What kind of Gretchens are they? They are the ones that shoot the ammo runs. They can, yeah, increase the range damage of nearby allies by 10%. Not sure what nearby means exactly. Power Bash over here from oLev. Tier 3 for Temperus Maximus and Whirlwind on the way for Aguxyz. Tyrant Guard needs to shield wall. It might be on cooldown, so they can't use it yet. Melendez coming back out of base, level 4. Ravener Alpha, level 5. Lictor Alpha, level 4. What about the Plague Champion? Level 1. And they're down. They should get revived from there, though, I think. Commando's level 5, maybe on the way to revive them. And a level 4 Force Commander. Oh, there we go. Force Commander's getting it done with the teleport. Gives them a chunk of XP. Plague Champions back to their feet without having to pay. Here's your Flash Kits. with their snaz guns, I think is what they start with, which is an awesome name for a weapon. Now looking for mid-map stability a bit, maybe the red team. They've got Plague Marine standing here. Whirlwind can disrupt stuff. Blastmaster in the garrison. There's the tier 3 for Temperus, the last player to get there. Shloopy business just cancelled the Carnifex, goes for a Swarm Lord. Lictor Alpha gets caught though. I think they were... yeah, they weren't watching. They were busy typing and thinking about what to buy, I think. Pay attention, says oLev. Good advice in general, in life. Where are the Gretchens? Look how small they are. Did they find them... I like that they found them little big shooters. It's amazing. 244 to 393. Blob of Orks here. Great target for a Stranglethorn cannon, for example. Hive Tyrant getting shot at, doesn't like it. Zone Throat just leaves, which is smart. Look at the damage it took still. Uncle Taxfraud just backing off. And now they turn to engage. Their Venom does have the Death Spitters. Yeah, Sluggers might have a rough time. The Tyrant Guard is there. And so is the Hive Tyrant. Hive Tyrant gets stunned though. Did they use Seismic Roar? Did I just miss it? Maybe they used it already. Fun effects on the way for Uncle. Pushing through the mid is the Force Commander. Oh, looks like they got caught in some... oh, that was maybe a Spore Mine. I don't think that was a Blight Grade throw. Chaos Predator on the way. Power Bash again from oLev over here. Tons of this stuff. And they have a Neuro Throat. There it is. Awesome thing. Used to be called the Doom of Malantai, of course. And then Games Workshop released a more generic version called the Neurothrope, so they changed the name of it. Very effective against heavy infantry. Groups of them. Or infantry in general, I suppose. Here comes a Swarm Lord. Super unit for Tyranids. Powerful melee combatant that can provide a reinforcement and speed synapse. And there's the Leech Essence to drain health of nearby enemies. Down goes the Ravener Alpha. Swarm Lord having a great time. Does have vehicle armor. So there's not a huge amount here. Oh, there's a tank. There is a tank that can threaten it. Whirlwind can use the Hunter Killer missile as well. It's probably already used it. Sluggers piling in. There is Paroxysm from the Neurothrope in the background, damaging those Orks over time. Swarm Lord leads the line, upping the speed of the Hive Tyrant even. The Carnifex there too with Stranglethorn. Rox comes in from the Orks. I think they avoided the worst of it. Swarm Lord's pretty deep in there. Lictor Alpha gets the revive, gets the level. Ravener Alpha back to their feet, and he can do a lot for you with that Corrosive Devourer. That thing's nuts, and they're getting regenerate now, so they're going to be pretty tough as well. Former Gaunts, you've been thrown away. No, they're retreating. They are retreating. A call-in of a Venom Brood for Shloopy business, something that a Lictor Alpha can do. Where is the Carnifex? Oh, it's in... can't see it on the roster, but here it is. Tank's in trouble. Doesn't have a mark. Is this Terminators? It is indeed Assault Terminators for Aguxyz. I mean, I didn't think they... it was a strange place to drop Tactical Marines. There's for the Emperor on them too. Global ability of the Force Commander, 25% more damage output. They're going after the Swarm Lord. Those Thunderhammers will crush anything. There's Blade Flurry from the Swarm Lord. Didn't knock back the Terminators though. What's going on? Swarm Lord is stuck. There he goes. Seems to be stuck on a Termagant there for some reason. 177 to 326. Decent chunky VP lead for the red team. Can they get this Swarm Lord down? Those yeah, Assault Squad fellas need to be careful. Assault Terminator is taking some damage here too. Aguxyz should invest in a Librarian. I think they are going to get the Swarm Lord, but can they make it away afterwards? Did they use their teleport already? There's the teleport to escape. Look how low they are. definitely would have gone down if they didn't have that teleport available. But they did. Here comes Sluggers now. Hide the boys on them, but they got spotted by what? By the Venom Brood. Is that the same tank? I think that's the same tank. Did it survive? Oh yeah, I think it survived because the Terminators came in at just the right time to save it. Now it's got the mark of Nurgle. Ready to Nurgle things. What does this guy have? No upgrade for this Carnifex yet. There's a Infestation Capillary Tower. We have a rocket launcher commando knob now. Powerful anti-vehicle weapon. Another Swarm Lord comes in. Nurgle tank is very tough. But it's not amazing at taking out other enemy large targets. What is this? It's scouts. Something's being dropped in here. Oh, it's a Cataclysm from the Neurothrope. And there's Paroxysm. And here's a Ravenous Alpha. Brood nest over here too. To help with VP defenses. They're trying to take it out. And I think they will. They will. How spiteful and rude. Hive Tyrant now has a Venom Cannon. Powerful anti-vehicle weapon. Can try to get on that tank, I suppose. Red team unable to make headway here, and they're constantly getting hit on this side by oLev. Down goes the tunnel. Lictor Alpha gets the decap over here. Is going to go down for it. But the decap was helpful. There's a double now for the blue team. There's some Nurgle worship. You might see a shrine back there at some point. I wonder what Aguxyz goes for next. Do they get the Librarian? Or do they just want a tank up or something? There's for the Emperor on them again. They're alone though. Assault Squad joins them. Can they get the Carnifex down? Neurothrope is here. Using the Spirit Leech to get some energy back. Lots of crippling poisons on the Terminators. Did not see Paroxysm come in. Maybe they don't... Oh, there it is. Oh, wow. Terminator's white. They got Paroxysmed. They're super aggressive with them there. Super aggressive. They didn't have much backup. They were impatient to get the mid back. Red team are pinned in. Look at the map now. Tyranno formation comes in. 2 Chaos Predators. Oops. 1 down. It was a Nurgle one that went down as well. That was a good nuke there from the Tyranids. Just rampaging across the map now. Is this GG? With Terminators gone? It might be. And a decap. Level 5 Hive Tyrant. 1426 hit points. Just casually decapping under Marcozin's CSM fire. Whirlwind can't knock him down. I don't think they can finish it. They should have gone for a revive, I think, after the decap. Yeah. Carnifex. Oh, they were trying to bring their Carnifex up to suppress them, maybe. Couldn't get it up there in time. There's a Cataclysm from the Neurothrope. Everything was running already. Do they have an answer for this, the red team? They don't. There's a concede. The blue team win it with a big push at the end and messing up some Terminators. Let's see these heroes, eh? Level 5 Melendez, the Hive Tyrant. Level 7 Ravenous Alpha inside this Venom Brood fella here. Lictor Alpha was down at the end, level 5. Level 3 Plague Champion. A level 7 Kommando looking after this tank right now. And the Force Commander level 6. There you have it, guys. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.